Right now, we are at war with the right to use our own mind and our own brain. Right now, we are at war with the right to use our own mind and our own brain. Hello and welcome everyone once again to my channel. My name is Jack, and if the algorithm found you, you are most likely a fan of grunge music. My band is called Mera. We have a single that will be released a week from today, March 19th. It is called Burning Sea, and you can stream it right here on YouTube or wherever you stream your music. And I thank you very, very much from the bottom of my heart. But what I want to talk about today is the band that changed my life, probably yours as well, Nirvana and Kurt Cobain. You know, Nirvana, for a short period of time, changed the world. They changed television, they changed fashion, they changed pretty much everything. So why is it that at the end of the day, they didn't really change music? I mean, if you take a look, just like 3 or 4 years after Nirvana, we were right back to Spice Girls, Britney Spears, Backstreet Boys, basically the status quo. Why is that? In order for a cycle to change, that cycle has to break. That's why history always repeats itself. History is just a wheel, and if you want to break that cycle, the wheel has to be broken. Well, for the longest time, that wasn't the case. Those that were in charge, the media, the politicians, the corporations, they kept things a certain way, and they kept them that way on purpose. Kurt's political philosophies were very well known. He was pretty outspoken. He believed in things like recycling clothing and waiting in line for gas, and rich people should be giving their money away. He said these things himself. He didn't mind doing them himself. So this is what became popular, and we started seeing kids going to used clothing stores and Goodwill, and we started seeing the grunge aesthetic come into style. Music started to sound a lot more homegrown as people were recording demos in their basement. But the media and the corporations and the politicians, they realized very quickly that doesn't sell. That doesn't make money. If you're doing it yourself and you're buying things from used clothing stores, that doesn't make money. It wasn't a good business plan. So they had to get back to Backstreet Boys, Spice Girls, Britney Spears. They had to go back to what they knew. Basically, what I'm saying is the cycle was not broken. Well, we are living in a different time right now, because I'm here to say the cycle is now broken. Why? How do I know this? Who am I to know this? Well, because we have this. We have this. We have social media. We didn't have that before. The major labels are going down in flames. They are sinking. Ask any major label A&R guy these days what they are looking for. They're not going to say good songwriting, good lyrics, musicianship. They're not going to say any of that. They're going to say TikTok numbers. That's what they want. They want people who are really good at doing it themselves. Well, if you're good at doing it yourself, why do you need a major label? I mean, that was the whole theory behind bands like Fugazi. They were like, look, we're doing it ourselves. We have a network of venues to play. We have a network of fans that support us. We have a venue of mom and pop record stores that are going to sell our records. We have a network of college radio stations that are going to play our music. We have a network of fanzines that are going to publicize us. What do we need you for? To give us a bunch of money that we're just going to owe you anyway? You don't need them, okay? You don't need those clowns anymore, okay? Because now you can do it yourself. And maybe you're thinking, well, hey, I mean, I can't change the world. Okay, fair enough. Maybe you can't. But what can you change? Where can you start? Where can you start? Do you have 10 minutes a day? 20 minutes a day to dedicate to your craft? Can you steal an hour on the weekend to work on your craft? Creativity doesn't lie in the done. It lies in the doing. That's a quote from my favorite book by Julia Cameron, The Artist's Way. I highly recommend it. Creativity lies in the doing. It's so much more interesting to say, I'm writing a song, than it is to say, I've written 100 songs. It's so much more interesting to be like, I'm working on an album, than to say, I put out an album a few years ago. When you focus on the process and not the product, there's a sense of adventure that comes back into your life. And instead of saying, oh, what's the use? You can say, what's next? What's my next step now that I've written that song? Well, get it up. Get it on social media. Put it out there. Go play it live. Because when you steal 10 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour every weekend, that adds up to 365 things over the course of a year. And over the course of a year, you can do anything. You can change the world. Nirvana did. Nirvana did. We're living in a time now where anything is possible. And, maybe Kurt Cobain and Nirvana weren't able to change music forever. But Nirvana's music is more relevant right now than it has ever been. And you want to know something else? You are too. The world needs your music, your art, your creativity. It needs it now more than ever. And right now, there's never been a better time to do it. Your voice needs to be heard. And you know how to get it out there. So this is it. This is your time to shine. If you were looking for a sign, here it is. So get to work. This episode of Alternative Vibration is brought to you by the letter C. C is for your courage. C is for showing yourself compassion. And C is for going out there and showing the world your creativity. Because I know you can do it. My name is Jack. My band is called Mera. And once again, I thank you.